What is up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here, and I finished watching the entire first season of Jessica Jones last night, and since I have been watching and reviewing the Netflix Marvel Cinematic Universe TV shows recently, starting off with Iron Fist and then Daredevil, I figured I would give my review on this because this show, once again, deserves it. Netflix, can I just say right now, they are fucking knocking it out of the park with these Marvel shows. Like, I know this is probably old news hearing it from me. You've probably all heard it from a lot of other people, and you all know that Netflix has, been doing such a good fucking job. But I'm slower when it comes to watching TV shows. But now that I have watched three solid Marvel shows on Netflix, like in a row, you know, I can be another person that says Netflix has been just fucking knocking it out of the park. Because this show is once again really fucking good. Now, Jessica Jones is about a main character named Jessica Jones, as the title says, and she is a PI. She's a private investigator. And she has these abilities. She has like superhuman strength. She can like jump really high. She can't quite fly, but she's a private investigator with, special abilities, superpowers, of course, because it's Marvel. And she's been through some really traumatic events, really, really traumatic events. And she has, resorted to alcoholism. She drinks a lot. She treats people like shit. And she's one of those types of characters. And as the show goes on, you start to see why she is the way she is. It's because of a certain villain named Kilgrave, who is played by David Tennant. And this guy is a mind controller. And when I say mind controller, I don't mean he walks up and he's like, "You're going to do this." No, he'll literally just walk up to you and be like, "I like your jacket, give it to me." And you'll be like, "Okay," and you'll hand your jacket to him. The thought of this guy existing literally scares me to death. Like, if someone like this really existed, man, that would be fucking crazy. I mean, he could literally just, like, walk, up to your front door, knock on the door, you open up the door, you'll be like, "Who are you?" And he'll be like, "I like your house, I'm staying with you." And you'll be like, "Okay, come on in." Like, this guy could literally take over your life if he wanted to. This guy, he is an evil piece of shit. And the first time I saw him, I was like, I want this guy to freaking die. But as the show went on, I really, really got more and more impressed with David Tennant's performance. I mean, he does an amazing job playing this villain. He has so many funny, hilarious scenes. Like, he's great. He steals pretty much every single scene that he's in. And Kristen Ritter, who plays Jessica Jones, is also really good. She's a lot like the Punisher and Daredevil. Like, her performance is so good. It's like award level good. And this show, it's one of the more unique Marvel Cinematic Universe shows on Netflix because it's not a flat out superhero show. This is more of just a slower character building, film noir. I hate saying that word. It's a film noir type show. That's the type of vibe that I got from this show, especially with the opening theme. It's got a very film noir um, quality to it, and even in like the theme like song for the show, there's like this like part of the song where when the Jessica Jones title pops up, it does this dun 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 thing, and every single time I heard that, I do not know why, it just put a big smile on my face every single time I heard that. But this show is it's a character building, film noir investigating show, and the superhero stuff, it's there. It's just sort of like added like an added bonus to the show. It's not it's probably the most detached Marvel show on Netflix. I mean, I haven't seen Luke Cage yet. And speaking of Luke Cage, he is in this show and he is fucking awesome. The relationship between Luke Cage and Jessica Jones is so fucking great. It's like Iron Fist and Colleen Wing. In fact, it's actually better than that in my opinion. I think the relationship between the two of these characters is fantastic. And this show, it was so well written. It got me so emotionally invested. I was so emotionally invested in this show. Like, I got this is probably the one Netflix Marvel show that I was the most invested in, and that's saying something because Daredevil has like 2 solid seasons. It is technically the oldest Marvel Netflix show, and it has the most episodes out of all 4. But with this show and how compelling the main character was, and how evil but awesome the villain was, and just the overall style of it, I was able to become more invested in the 13 episodes of this show than the 26 episodes of Daredevil. And that's saying a lot. Like, I really absolutely loved the show. I really did. I loved the way they did it, like the gritty tone to it. Unlike a lot of the other Marvel shows have a really gritty tone to them, but this one has another gritty, like a different type of gritty tone to it, and it's amazing. Now, if I have any complaints, there is one little character arc in the show. Trinity from The Matrix is in the show. Carry-On Moss, I think is what her name is. I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, but she has this whole subplot with, like, this whole divorce subplot where she's trying to divorce with her ex-wife because she falls in love with this other chick. And I understand why it's there. They gotta give her character something, but often, more than often than not, I found that this subplot got in the way quite a bit, with the main subplot at times. Like, it kind of took priority at times, and there was a little bit too much of this whole divorce subplot for my taste that it kind of started to bug me at a certain point, but they do end it at a certain point. It does, conclude itself. But overall, this show it's really good. I can't think of anything that I can't think of anything that I didn't like about the show. Some of the, supporting characters are okay. They're not amazing. There are a couple of supporting characters that their characters are so persistent and annoying at times, but, that's just how they're written. And by the end of the season, I didn't hate them anymore because it's not like The Walking Dead. They didn't take them in, like, a direction that I completely fucking hated. They resolved their character arcs and made them interesting. So, Jessica Jones is a really good Marvel show. I give it a 9 out of 10. It is really good. Just that divorce character arc with Trinity from The Matrix is kind of but they do fix that eventually. So I would highly recommend you guys watch the show if you've seen Iron Fist and Daredevil. So yeah, I have seen Jessica Jones, I've seen Daredevil, and I've seen Iron Fist. Now all I have to watch is Luke Cage. So as soon as I'm done watching that, I will get my review up for that. So if you guys enjoyed this review, please comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.